Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Ferguson.
Here.
Mr. Graham.
Here.
Mr. Riggs.
Here.
Mr. Hennessy.
Here. I understand we have some drops from the agenda. I think it's petition 2016-01 and 03. Do you want to read those in case anybody's here for those?
Yeah, the first one, and this one, the first one is going to be withdrawn. That's a special use permit to allow an internet auto sales office and the related inside auto storage for up to 25 vehicles in an existing structure at 511 Theodore Street. So that one is withdrawn by the petitioner.
It doesn't take any action.
No action at all. The owner is thinking about going in a different direction that does not require a variance.
Okay.
The next one up, I guess number 6 on the printed agenda is 2016-03, and that's a series of variations to allow the construction of a Checkers restaurant located at 457 East Cass Street. In that one, the petitioner is asking the matter to be tabled for 30 days. He needs to work out some final details on the architecturals of the building with the Checkers Corporation, get their approval before he proceeds. So with that, I don't know if it's a tabling motion, if
A
anybody's
motion
here.
would be in order to table that petition to the next meeting. We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to table that to the next scheduled meeting. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ferguson.
Aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Riggs.
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy.
Aye.
That leaves us with petition number 2016-02.
Yeah.
And in this case, we're dealing with the petition 2016-02. The applicant is Supreme Towing Incorporated, doing business as CR Towing and Recovery. The owner is Richard Craven. The address that the request is for is 1233 East Washington Street, and the request is for a special use permit. Purpose, the petitioner is requesting the approval of a special use permit in order to allow the addition of a used car sales business as part of the existing towing business. Site-specific information. 3-acre site is zoned I-1 Light Industrial, and it's part of Collision Revision Campus. This case was filed in December of 2015. Surrounding land use and zoning to the north is undeveloped and unincorporated within Will County. To the south is the cemetery and commercial in unincorporated Will County, and a part of it is in the city with a B1 neighborhood business. To the east is undeveloped with an I-1 city light industrial. To the west is commercial with an I-1 light industrial. We're dealing with the applicable regulation under section 47, 5.2, special uses. And comments from the city departments. The Community Design Review Board met at its monthly meeting on January 7th. There were no comments made concerning this request. Under discussion, the petitioner is requesting a special use permit in order to operate a used car sales business as part of the existing towing business. The towing business acquires the cars occasionally when they are abandoned after a tow. Titles are acquired and then the cars can be sold. A small office space will be dedicated for the used cars within the existing facility, and there is a floor plan that's attached. 10 marked parking spaces will be located within the existing parking lot along Washington Street, and there's a site plan that shows that. Under conclusion, I'll refrain from reading that, and then we go to conditions. Under conditions, if the Zoning Board of Appeals desires to approve the special use, the following conditions will be included. And the first is the special use granted shall terminate unless a building permit or certificate of occupancy is obtained no later than 180 days of the effective date of the ordinance. And then lastly, if it should ever be declared a public nuisance, it's possible for a possible revocation or a rehearing of that special use. That concludes our staff report.
Thank you. Is anybody here from Supreme? Want to come forward, please? You both going to be speaking?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes.
May I have your name and address?
Stan Craven, and my address is 2615 Heritage Lake Drive in Lockport.
Okay, any comments you'd like to make, sir?
No, only thing is we want to put about 4 or 5 cars out in front of the building there, and that's about it.
Are you part of the Supreme Towing that used to be downtown Joliet here, or is that?
Yes, when Durazio bought that,
Okay.
it came Collision
I remember those
Revision
guys.
Towing, now it's CR Towing.
What was his name? Sid that used to run that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sid Shoulder.
okay. Any questions by the board? Is there anybody in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this petition? Is there anybody opposed? Chair closes petition floor and asks the board for discussion and a vote.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Petition 2604, Laura Commerce Center.
In this case, we're dealing with Laraway Commerce Center LLC. They are the owners of the property. The location is 201 Emerald Drive, which is the north side of Emerald at Cashel Road.
Is there somebody here from? Okay, come on forward. Go ahead.
The request is for a series of landscape and parking variations to allow a remote trailer parking area not adjacent to the principal structure, and then a variation to allow truck docks located within 50 foot of the building corner. Under new information, the petitioner recently provided a detailed site plan. Based upon the submitted plan, a detailed list of the variations requested can therefore be summarized as follows. Number one is that the trailer parking for up to 70 trailers be allowed in a remote truck parking lot which is not adjacent to the building. Number two, that the truck parking be allowed in locations other than along the longest side of the building. Number three is that truck doors and trailer parking be allowed within 50 foot of the building corner. And then lastly, number four, that no curbed landscaped islands will be installed within the automobile parking area located within the paved parking area on the north side of the building that was originally intended for truck dock use. Copies of the site plan and the landscape plan are attached, and that concludes our staff report.
Thank you. I swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law.
Yes.
May I have your name and address?
My name is Candace Falk, and the address is 111 Schuman Boulevard, Naperville, Illinois.
Thank you. Any comments you'd like to make?
I don't have any comments this time.
Gee, I'd like to make this meeting last longer.
Stretched out.
Is any comments by the board? Anybody in the audience wishing to speak in favor? Is there anybody opposed? Chair closes petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a motion.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor of approving the minutes of the last meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I think we just broke the record.
We probably did break the record.
You've all attended the shortest meeting